Yesterday I come across Harry Shush. I come across a great deal of people who. It's so difficult. I can't even string my words together.
Well, it's really hard. You've got two of the most impossible people sitting here with us.
Harry, shush. Shush. Harry, sit
right.
down.
It's good practice to cope.
Just sit. Just sit.
Sutherland urged Diana to articulate her goals.
What would you want to be if you weren't who you are? If you weren't the Princess of Wales?
I'd like to have a role which brought me into contact with everyday life and the man on the street. Does that sound condescending?
You can elaborate that a bit more. So let's, okay, so picture it a bit more as a role. Yes, if you weren't the Princess of Wales, what kind of job would you like to be doing?
Well, I'd like to be in a position where I could listen to people and maybe share knowledge. On some sort, like counselling or something.
So counselling you found interesting. I mean,
yes.
You talk to a lot of people.
I enjoy enormously talking one-to-one to people, yes.
Right. And, I mean, you're doing this frequently. What particular aspect of that do you like the most?
I like to draw out the darker parts of people's way of thinking.
Why the darker parts?
Because normally the people I've met, they're afraid to share it with me or with anyone, and I think it helps by tapping onto it.
Princess Diana was changing, and so were the causes she chose to support.
I chose these particular areas because they were all areas where the individuals have been rejected for some reason or another, and I'm able to relate to that particular department because my role and my duties have drawn me into these areas.
Diana's answers reveal how deeply she longed for the affirmation she felt she never got from the royal family.
And do you feel that what you do has a positive influence?
Well, I hope it does, because I think whoever we are, we all like to be thanked for what we're doing.
Diana understood that her position gave her the power to address issues others couldn't or wouldn't, such as AIDS.
Because I don't think it's a particularly glamorous area, because it's dealing with all sorts of issues. And the last issue is death, which people do not discuss freely.
There was one question, a fundamental question, that she could not answer.
Your Royal Highness, you're concentrating very much on your, stop laughing at me, on your charity work. Why is this work so important to you?
Because it highlights the plight. It highlights the plight of others, and if I'm able to go into a situation which makes others more aware of their desperation, and I can't do this. It's ghastly.
What's ghastly?
Because I've got no adrenaline. I'm dead. I can't get anything out. I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
There was a particularly poignant moment when Sutherland asked a straightforward question.
How do you see your role in, let's say, 5 years' time?
I haven't a clue to that question.
Nobody dreamed she wouldn't have 5 years. The year after Diana's coaching sessions with Sutherland, it was her husband who gave the first one-on-one royal television interview.
This is the story of the Prince of Wales today.
For a documentary called Charles, the Private Man, the Public Role. A 2.5-hour program, it was this 22-second exchange that viewers remember.
Did you try to be faithful and honourable to your wife when you took on the vow of marriage?
Yes, absolutely.
And you were?
Yes. Until it became irretrievably broken down.